Hi everyone, this is Jessica, also known as Nautical Angel 7, and I'm here to show you this book haul that I got over the holidays. I've really been wanting to get back into books because I miss reading. I read quite a lot when I was in high school, but college took over my life and I had this really heavy science major, so I was reading all those dense textbooks, and at night or on my free time, I didn't really want to wrap my head around a book because I really want to just jump into the book, jump into the scenario and the environment that the author creates for us. And I figure if I'm too tired, I'm not going to feel the book. And so yeah, pretty much in college I didn't really have time for all that, but now that I have graduated with my bachelor's and I'm waiting to apply to graduate and health professional schools, I want to get back to reading, and I hope that I can also maintain that in the future as well, because reading is awesome, you guys. So yeah, I'm a Barnes & Noble member once again. And yeah, I'm really glad to be a member again because you get all these discounts on your books and on toys you buy there, and also at their cafe. So it's awesome. Sign up at Barnes & Noble, guys. If you're next to one, it's awesome. Read a book, enjoy some coffee, and just chill and let your imagination expand. So anyway, I'd like to start off with some Mortal Engines. Now, this book was recently turned into a major motion picture by the man who brought us Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, Peter Jackson. He is awesome, but sadly this movie, I've been ranting about it. Sadly, the movie flopped. It lost $100 million. It's very sad, you guys, because I think a lot of people are missing out on the fact that it's a fantasy. It's a post-apocalyptic world with moving cities. And because it's a fantasy, don't expect physics to play out very well. You know, I don't want to go on another long rant about this, but notice that all those superhero movies and Star Wars movies, which I love very, very much, they get away with all the nonsensical things that they put in there, but Mortal Engines as a film got slammed heavily, and I'm very disappointed in that because I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It's not like my favorite thing in the world, but it was nice to see something new nowadays other than like superhero stuff and Star Wars stuff. So yeah, after I watched the movie, I was interested in reading the book. I know that there's inconsistencies between the movie adaptation of the novel. Isn't that always the case? I mean, because you gotta put all this into like 2 hours. So I mean, we'll see. I want to like judge them separately because I know it was a good book. I heard great things about it, and I've read the first few pages, and it's wonderful. I like it, and I hope that I continue to enjoy it some more. But this is not the book that I've been consistently reading. Something else caught my attention, which I will show you in just a bit. But yeah, I'm planning on reading the whole Mortal Engine series. And here we have The Glass Spare. I went into Barnes & Noble knowing that I wanted to look for this book because I saw it advertised on Instagram and all the other sites that I go to. Other than being a huge science and medicine nerd, I'm also looking into being an author of fantasy or sci-fi books just like this, just like the ones that I bought, and I'm, you know, looking for inspiration in all these places, and I heard great things about this. Cover art is lovely, and I've read the first couple of chapters, and I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, I also plan on doing book reviews for these books that I've read here when I get the chance to. So yeah, The Glass Spare by Lauren DiStefano. This next book I also bought according to my other interests. I think that astrology is really fun. I don't necessarily place my faith in the zodiac or anything because we all as human beings make our own decisions, but it's really interesting when our zodiac matches up with the person we are, and oftentimes I find that as the case. I am a Scorpio, and when I saw this book, because I was you know, looking for Mortal Engines, I decided, hey, I want to get it. It's nice to see like the zodiac as a novel instead of something you just read on the internet or on a newspaper. So we'll see how that works. I was thinking that from the cover that the zodiac would be about like personified members of the zodiacs, and there would be this Scorpio character, there would be a Pisces character. You know, it would be like more of a humorous kind of clash of personalities of the zodiac signs, and I thought it was about that. But of course I read the back of the book, and it's about like the guardian of these constellations, and I still find that interesting. So I haven't really started this yet, except I read the introduction they have here with you know, the houses of the zodiac galaxy, like Aries the ram, of course the strength would be military and all that. So this looks really interesting, and I can't wait to read that as well. I have not started yet, but the back cover was really interesting, and look at this cover art. It is gorgeous. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And it's very pretty. I don't have much to say about this, I'm sorry, because I hardly read it. I was just looking at this art inside and the map that they did. Yeah, what's hard about also writing in the fantasy genre is that you create this world, and you also gotta create a nice map for your readers to follow, and all the other complicated things. You basically create a world. And yeah, trying to look for some inspiration here. Oh, look at that, the bottom's beautiful. It's all has that pattern. This next book is the one that I've kind of been obsessing over lately, and it is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I was not looking for this kind of book at all, and compared to the other 4 books I showed you, these are more in the fantasy end. This is the sci-fi end. So yeah, I went into Barnes & Noble. I got this just last week. I went into Barnes & Noble with my boyfriend because he's from Germany. He's never been to a Barnes & Noble here ever since he got here to the States, and he wanted to check out the sci-fi section, and I was there with him, and this very sweet old man, because I was looking at some random books, and he's like saying, oh, that's a good book, that's a good book. And then he pretty much took me over a couple of aisles telling me all the books that he likes. Sadly, I couldn't get them all, but I chose this because I really love wing aesthetics. Yeah, I kind of really judge a book by its cover, but not in a bad way. I just love art, okay? I appreciate art. So it's Red Rising by Pierce Brown, and it's really cool. Okay, it's another post-apocalyptic scenario, and I don't want to reveal too much, but it takes place in Mars, and it's this dystopian sort of society. What I really like about this book is that it's written really like a movie. Sometimes I'm worried about reading sci-fi because of all the terminology they give you, and I kind of struggled with the first chapter because of all the terminology that it had, but it was manageable. And it's I really liked it because the more the character progresses, the world just reveals itself to you, and that's what I would like to implement in my own story writing as well. So I'm pretty much halfway through it. This will be the first book that I will do a book review on, so stay tuned, you guys. So anyway, this is my book haul, and thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys are also interested in these kind of books, or that I've kind of inspired you to go out and get some books as well. So thanks for joining me, and you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, and bye-bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.